So many of you are probably aware that Fallout 76 received a major new update called Wastelanders. I've been playing it here and there, and it is definitely an improvement with the addition of NPCs, but how much mileage you get out of that game and whether an improvement over base Fallout 76 means much to you will depend on a person-by-person basis. For my part, I've been playing it here and there, and it still feels to me like an overall inferior Fallout experience because I think the multiplayer aspects sort of conflict with a lot of the more single-player elements that are in Fallout 76 with the inclusion of NPCs and sort of traditional-style quests. And also, I've been finding a lot of bugs and glitches that hamper the experience and a lot of just technical elements that make this less than ideal, that make the creation engine, even in its modified version for Fallout 76, really show its age. And it's no secret that bugs and glitches abound even with the Wastelanders update. I still feel like the game shouldn't be in this state so long after its initial launch, and there's one particular bug that I want to emphasize in this video that has to do with NPCs stealing weapons from players. The following information was relayed by PC Gamer. The headline speaks for itself. It reads, Fallout 76's new NPCs are stealing weapons from dead players, and here's the important bit, they won't give them back. So here are the specifics. Some new NPCs have been displaying a disturbing habit of thievery. Several players have reported that during events like Riding Shotgun and Radiation Rumble, NPCs have been stealing from them. Specifically, on more than one occasion when a player was killed during the event, they respawned only to find their best weapon and all of its ammo, sometimes thousands of rounds worth, was now in the hands of an NPC. When you die, an NPC can take your gun and ammo right off your corpse and use it themselves, which is something even other players can't do in Fallout 76. Now, such AI behavior might be fitting for a single-player Fallout experience if an NPC of an AI companion were to loot a nearby corpse in order to get better weapons and in order to refill their ammo, whatever it is, to arm themselves better in the middle of a battle. But in a multiplayer environment, when the NPC is stealing from your corpse after you die before you respawn, that is obviously problematic, and if they're not giving that back, well, that could mean you could permanently lose a weapon you might have spent hours grinding for, and this is a problematic aspect that some players have reported. It reads right here, surprising AI behavior like this is normally pretty cool to see in games, but these NPCs are unfortunately not giving the weapons back when they're done with them. That's a big problem for players who have spent untold hours acquiring legendary gear that isn't easy to replace. Now, if this were single-player Fallout, there'd be ways to mitigate this. You could, trade with that NPC, or you could kill them and then loot their body. But in Fallout 76, because of its multiplayer restrictions, you just can't do that, so we are left with a bug that breaks the game that could be pretty fatal for someone who is grinding for gear and who obviously doesn't want to lose weapons and equipment that they spent hundreds of hours acquiring. So this is a major issue that Bethesda is currently investigating. In the official Fallout 76 subreddit, somebody reported on this, stating, a warning for everyone doing any event or quest with NPCs. There is a game-breaking bug at the moment with events that include NPCs, such as Riding Shotgun and Radiation Rumble, where if you die, they will sometimes loot your weapon and all your ammo. Just lost a BE Gatling gun when I died in Riding Shotgun and nearly 2,000 5mm ammo, only to find one of the NPCs now had a Gatling gun. Just to be safe, don't use your best, rarest weapons in events like Riding Shotgun, just in case one of the NPCs decides to steal it. The response Bethesda provided, at least via community manager, was, thank you for the tag. We will investigate this immediately. And who knows how long it'll take for this to be fixed. Hopefully it'll be a pretty high priority bug that they will work on, and it'll be an issue that will be resolved. But the fact that issues like these that are so game-breaking, not minor little things that are a slight inconvenience, but rather major things that could tangibly and significantly disrupt a player's gameplay experience, the fact that these keep popping up is disconcerting and continues to show the age and the instability of the creation engine, in my opinion. And you can actually see this happen in a video. So if we go to the following YouTube video posted by Danny Garcia, and we go all the way back to the 1 minute mark, you can see right here that the player dies right there. And he loads in, respawns into the game, and this is during an event where there are NPCs helping him out. So he respawns in, and the weapon wheel suddenly shows that his Gatling gun, which he was using right here, as you can see, is no longer inside his inventory. So this guy stops and starts kind of freaking out, looking through his inventory to see what happened. Oh, maybe the game unequipped my weapon. That's weird. But he's looking, and the weapon isn't in his inventory at all. And so we can see further in the video that as the player stumbles upon their companion NPC, they're the ones actually using the weapon. So that is definitely disconcerting behavior, and this player seems pretty confused and baffled by this circumstance. And you can see that this NPC eventually gets downed, and the player seems to be trying to like loot this NPC to get that weapon back, but there is no avenue currently to do that, which is highly unfortunate for someone who might have valued that weapon. And so this raises the potential for rarer items to be afflicted by this. This is a multiplayer online environment where acquiring the best gear is sort of at the core of the progression of this game, and it takes a while to find rare weapons. And so to lose that because of technical issues like this, I mean, it's just, this shouldn't be like this at this stage in the game's life cycle. We shouldn't be seeing bugs like this at this stage. Just goes to show that there's something fundamentally rotten with the game engine that Fallout 76 is using. The fact that all of this keeps happening, the fact that things from single player keep translating into multiplayer, but in a way that does not fit with the multiplayer elements and therefore breaks that aspect. And that's why also hacks are so, readily out there in Fallout 76. A lot of it is the modularity of the single player Fallout games that kind of translates into multiplayer and allows players to do all of these crazy things, because that single player engine, if you will, was so poorly adopted into this online multiplayer environment and carried a lot of the flaws that were already in the single player game engine. And then beyond all that, you've got people on the Fallout 76 subreddit reporting bugs like, quote, PSA, new bug completely deletes power armor. Further details are provided here. I wanted to get this out here and let people know about this. While I can't replace what I lost, it was just X01. I don't want anyone to end up losing any of the new T65 because of this. And this Reddit user actually posted a video link that can be downloaded, and you can see this bug happening right here. So this individual is kind of just messing around with their power armor. But then if we skip forward to this part where he's actually getting into the power armor after he set everything as he wanted, if we wait a couple seconds, you will see that the power armor components, boom, disappear just like that, and the individual is left baffled at what just happened. And they don't know why it happened, but you can see right here, all of those components are gone, not even in the inventory. And, I mean, visual glitch aside, it's just not there anymore. The only thing that's left is that fusion core. So stuff like this continuously happening in Fallout 76 is frankly unacceptable at this stage. There's just something rotten at the foundation that I don't know if Bethesda will ever be able to fully fix in order to fully prevent major bugs like this from continuously popping up like they're playing a game of whack-a-mole. Point is, ladies and gentlemen, if you're curious about Fallout 76 after the Wastelanders DLC dropped, which is admittedly a step in the right direction, albeit still a more, I feel, limited Fallout experience, do expect bugs and glitches. I've experienced a handful myself already. Nothing to this extent yet, but it could happen to anyone. So just be on the lookout and know that maybe hours and hours of work could just go to waste because of bugs like these that make your inventory, equipment that you have in your inventory disappear, or that flat out result in NPCs single-player-like behavior, leading to unfortunate circumstances where they steal players' equipment and they are no longer able to retrieve it, and so therefore they lose that item entirely. So yeah, that's the gist of it for today's story. Let me know in the comments below what your thoughts and opinions are on Fallout 76. Have you played Wastelanders? If so, have you encountered bugs and glitches? What is your overall experience and your overall take about Wastelanders if you've had a chance to sit down and really dive into it? Drop a comment below, and to be further updated on all things gaming news, reviews, and discussions, stay tuned right here on Young Yeah. I'll see you guys next time. Young out.